Hi everybody, this is Kristen from Mastermind Adventures. This is Zach and Seth, and this is what we're playing this week. Today we're going to talk about semi-cooperative or cooperative spooky games. Spooky. So I will probably have Zach start us out, and then we'll just go down the line.
All right. I'm talking about Betrayal at House on the Hill. This game I played first time. I played this game for the first time a few years back. I had never heard of it before, but it was awesome. I was immediately hooked. Basically, you and other explorers, it comes with these neat little, very detailed miniatures, which is kind of worth
in full color.
Yeah, they're so cool.
You start off by placing pieces. I don't know if it's showing up in the camera, but you enter a mansion, and as you play, you put new rooms into it, and you get to explore them. Different rooms have different cues based on the symbol that's in the bottom corner, and that causes different spooky things to happen. Eventually, there is a haunt, and that changes the game. One player will become the instigator, basically the bad guy of it, and it's their job to basically defeat the other players.
Right.
They're not the bad guy until that point.
Yeah. And it's a mystery of who the bad guy will be until it's decided. But there's I think like 60 different scenarios in it.
Oh, tons, yeah.
There's a whole bunch.
With many expansions.
I've only played a few times, so there's stories that I haven't even run into. But it kind of, the game really makes itself into a like cinematic experience.
Yeah.
I remember the dad of the group ended up being the one trying to kill the family, and the house was sinking, and we got out just in time.
Yeah.
It was cool. It was really fun.
That's fun. All right, and I'm going to talk about Dead of Winter. That's what the box looks like. I didn't really pull much of anything out, but I can show you that the board game kind of looks like this. So this is where the majority of the game takes place, or kind of the main part of the game. This is also semi-cooperative, but it also has a component in it where someone might have a secret objective that works against the rest of the group.
And everybody gets secret objectives.
I don't know if everybody does. I know
think everybody does.
Maybe everybody has an objective. It's been a couple.
And then sometimes they might be counterproductive, and sometimes they might not be.
Right. So everybody has kind of a little secret. This is kind of where everybody is living. You pile up trash. There is a morale meter that you have to kind of take care of. And as the player, you're controlling multiple characters, and you can actually go out and find survivors that continue to put a tax on how much food you have, how much trash is produced, and that ultimately can affect morale. So in addition to this main portion of the board, there's all these other locations that are on cards that you have to go to and then resolve whatever's there. So you're kind of forced to go to the other locations because you have to look for food and you have to look for supplies to accomplish the main objective. But at the same time, you might find additional survivors and have to take them back to the colony. You might get bitten by a zombie monster, or you might get a wound, or you might get wounded by another character. So it's another really submersive, or immersive, I guess is a better word, an immersive kind of role-playing feel to it, with some complex plot, and it's super, super fun to play. You can play with just 2 people, or you can play with a pretty big crowd. So definitely recommend Dead of Winter. It's one of my favorite games to play.
Seth's spooky game of the week is Elder Sign, a game of emotional highs and lows dependent entirely on chance. That being that your team, that being the other players in the game, are all working together to escape a spooky mantage haunted by eldritch horrors. And in order to do this, you as the players must complete the challenges by rolling dice, and there might be modifiers and separate challenges for each room, but the goal always remains the same of rolling the correct symbols on the correct dice in order to beat the room, take the treasures within, and move on before you have a certain number of elder signs necessary to defeat the monster which changes each time, and win the game. There are special effects that take place when the clock strikes midnight, which happens every 4 turns, meaning that more players doesn't necessarily mean that you guys are tougher, because if you have more than 4, that might mean that there's a new effect, which could be good or bad every time the clock goes around. And the biggest thing that I've noticed for this game is how much fun it is when you win and how crushing it is when you lose, because every single time you play, no matter how well you play, and a lot of times it'll come down to just getting the right dice roll at the right moment. Because this is a difficult game and it really beats down on you, but when you win, this is one of those games where everybody at the table will stand up and cheer, and I really mean that.
Would you say it's kind of like a more accelerated Arkham Horror?
Definitely. I've only played Arkham Horror once, but it was really slow.
Yeah. The setup alone takes like an hour.
Yeah, this game is a lot more simple. It's really easy to just pick up and play. Everybody gets a unique character and unique ability, and that's a lot of fun to pick out and do. And this is one of my favorite cooperative games out there.
So that's it for what we're playing this week. We hope that you'll join us and come and see what else we have in store. And thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next week.
Have a spooky week.
Ooh.
Or don't. It's February.
Thanks so much for watching What We're Playing This Week, a wrap-up of some of our favorite games. Please check out our website or Facebook page for more information and all of our upcoming events.